Hello everyone. So, I've been having much time recently to set up some more videos like I would like. I've been a little bit caught up catching up with work after having some time off. So, what's going to be happening? Some fish room cleaning. Right the way around, I've got to clean up the fish room. Some of the tanks need, not internal work, it's just cleaning up the glass on the tops of the tanks and just tidying it up, and also a bit of cleaning in the fish room, which got me thinking, and I'll be back in a second. And we're back. So, what do you do when you're not feeling well, you've got a few tanks, and you just want to curl up in bed and not do anything? Well, unfortunately, unless you've got someone there you know who is reliable to help you, you may have to do it yourself. So, for me, all I have done while I'm not feeling well is utilise my TDS pen for my black water tanks to make sure there's no climb. As you can see, Aquaforest Nitra Phos, it helps a bit. Definitely helps with the skimming anyhow, so that the skimmer can keep an eye on things. I didn't bother doing a water change on the tank at the start, and there's a little issue while I was sick that we will discuss at the end of the video about that. Of course, good old Sierra Foods, I just had them like I've always got in my cupboard there, ready to go. Some buckets, and of course the API test kit. In reality, I didn't have to worry about any water changes, but in this fish room at the moment, with the humidity in here and the room itself sitting to 27 degrees, I have had to do some top ups. So for the black water tanks, it's a bit of RO water mix, and for the others, it's just I just go to the tap and put some water in them, buckets, and carry them in. So there's a little bit of physical work there, and unfortunately it needs to sort of happen in our hobby. When you're not feeling the best and you've got to do this stuff, you've got to do it to keep our pets alive. So sometimes it could be helpful, if you are really down, to have a little section set aside for those who have a little bit of experience in the hobby, or you can get someone to come and help you and you have everything needed, maybe even on some paper, just simply write down your notes. Like I've got here, not that they'll be meaning much, some dates and notes for my reef tanks, so that if I really did get worse, some friends of ours could come over and check, and they've got their own reef tanks, so they could easily check, okay, this is what his tank's been sitting at for the last few weeks, do a quick few tests, and away they go. Same with some of the other tanks that are quite touchy I've got, they could easily do that, so that might be helpful for you to have that set up. And it's not much, even just as simple as saying, right, 2 pinches of this, or even having a couple of bags with examples. It doesn't have to matter if the food's ever used. Those couple of wee pinches is just a size, so people could judge the size needed. Way presto, there you go. So hopefully this could be helpful for someone if they are unsure what to do when fish keeping and they get a bit of a sickness. Now, one thing I did say was I had a little issue with my reef tank. I'll be back in a second. And we are back. So we're going to have a look at my reef tank. Since the flu, I've done a couple of top-ups and a small water change, nothing major. There's one wee problem that I did have through the flu. Well, what that is I lost my chromis, my lawnmower blenny, and also my shrimp. My clownfish survived, but unfortunately not everything else. So, well, I mean like everything else, that is fish-wise and inverts, the coral made it. So what was different? My water test came back fine. The time it took for this to happen was overnight. But there's only one thing I did a little bit different. I fed some nori to my lawnmower blenny, which I've done before, and I've used an Aquaforest product that just to help with the coral feeding, and I've used it heaps. Why would everything be dead the next morning? And even worse, why are the test kits not coming up with anything? And I've checked it many different times. Nothing. So that's a bit sad. I don't really know. I know in the past that I've had issues with aquaforest with using their feeds, and it's causing phosphate problems, so I removed them. And the moment I stopped feeding aquaforest, apart from of course the main liquid food that I was feeding my corals, I hadn't got too much issue. Ooh, part of the fish room shut down. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to do the best I can to swap everything out to different brands, and yeah, I'll be sticking with Sierra. So it's a bit of a tragedy. Some corals survived, and the clown survived, so I'm a bit gutted by it, but oh well. Things do happen in life, and maybe if I was a bit more awake and not feeling so bad, I would have been able to maintain it, but stuff happens, and it's a sad tragedy. Anyhow, I hope for some of you might find this video helpful, and stay tuned because I've got some more stuff happening on this channel very shortly. Thanks for watching. Max Fisher out.